What's that, Skip? Shauno's talking about Supercoach again. Let's go. G'day everybody, it's Shauno again, and I'm back with some more Supercoach content. Today we're going to go through our round 14 review video, and so join us as we see how we did in this round. As you can see, the score 1977, not great but not too bad. Could have done a lot better, up 15,000 positions from last week's round score, but still not good. Bad enough that we dropped another 1,520 places, so now we're outside the top 10,000. We're at 10,180 for our overall rank. So we're a little bit disappointed there, and we lost our league that it's really important to us, and we lost it by 7 points. So it would have only taken a few little things to go different, and we possibly could have won that league, but we did not. So we're plummeting in my league. I believe I'm in 8th position now, so we're about to fall out of the top 8. So we're very worried about that. Before we move on, I got a little challenge going. I'm trying to get up to 300 subscribers before the end of this season. So if you haven't already subscribed, that would help me out a lot. It doesn't cost anything. Just click on that subscribe button and I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like to like the video and give me a comment down below, that would be great also. Okay, let's get into it, have a look and see how the team went. At least this week it seemed that most of my primos actually performed pretty well. If we go to the back line, you got Dale, 129, very nice. Lockie Whitfield's back, 140. Wangani Malera, who was a late in for me. I got him in I was going to get McKercher, but I got scared when I saw that he was named as a half forward in the teams list. So I jumped off him. He still seemed to play in defence. So if you got him, I wouldn't be too worried. He still might be able to get you those decent scores. And I believe he got an 80-something anyway, which wasn't too bad. But I'm very happy. I got Malera at that cheaper price, and now he got me a nice score of 119. Zorko, 123, very nice. Carroll with his first spike score of the season, 82, very good. He seemed to be everywhere at the first half of the match. Clark, 29, a little bit disappointing, but he is a rookie. You can't get those big scores every week. Would have liked a little bit more than 29 though. Sinclair, 109, that's fine. Brayshaw's back with a 130, very nice. Bont, 66. Yep, definitely a mistake buying Bont in at 670 like I did. He's down to 580, and you could get him probably at 530 in a week or two. So, yep, I know we're probably all going to want him in our team at a later stage, but buying him when I did was a definite mistake. I'd much like him a lot more at 530 than at the 670 that I paid for him. She's 115, very nice. Cadwell, 111, doing exactly what I got him in there for. Doherty got a 69, which doesn't seem great, but for the first half of the game, the ball didn't go anywhere near the Carlton's defence. So that's why he had 20 to 25 points at half time. After that, the game was a bit more even, a little bit, and he managed to score a little bit better. He does have that good roll though, so I'm not too worried. It just wasn't a great day, being the fact that they were playing the Eagles and the ball just wasn't anywhere down there. Johnson, 84, that's very nice. We'll take that every day of the week. Sherry, 105, not too bad. Gawn, being our captain, got 126, so that's acceptable. We faded the 105 from Sherry as vice captain and went for Gawn. He got 126. Bailey Smith, 114. Petrarca, 68, a little bit down, a little bit disappointing. Caleb Daniel, 80, a little bit down, but we still don't mind it. It's okay. Rankin, 81. We want more out of him. We don't like this new role, this more forward role. Ashcroft, 45, lost me about 80k. About 20k. We were debating whether to trade him out or not. We decided to keep him. Lost me 20k. And Kako got a 50, which for Kako is pretty good. So for the king and the joker of the team. So I think I'm going to give the king to let's give it to Whitfield. He hasn't had a big score for a few weeks. He's been playing, a little bit forward more than what he normally does. And now he's coming out smashed to 140. So very nice Whitfield. I could almost give the Kings to the whole back line who did very well, except for Clark. All the back primos did very well. So, but we're going to give it to Whitfield. And the Joker, it's a sad, sad day when I have to give the Joker to Bontempelli. Bontempelli got 66. He got outscored by Carroll. He got outscored by Doherty. He got outscored by a lot of people. I love the Bont as much as the next man, but I bought him in and I paid up for him and he has not delivered. And that 66 is just rubbing salt into the wound. So he's the one who gets the Joker. Yes, it is a very, very, very sad day where we have to give the Bont the Joker of the team, but he gets it today for that 66. As for trades, I won't go into what the best trades are for the community. Make sure you keep an eye out for my trade video, which will come out in the next day or so. And then we'll go through all the downgrade and upgrade options for you and your team. But for my team, we'll just go straight into what I'm thinking. We've had a little bit of a look, not too much, at the team. It's just opened up from lockout. But we already kind of knew what we had planned. We got 268k here, and we had planned to get Mills. Now, can't get rid of Carroll because Carroll just had his first spike game. So Carroll could potentially, he's got a break even 11, so we can't really get rid of Carroll. So the only way, and Clark, I guess, has still got a 15 break even, so he can still make us some money. So I think the only way we are able to get Callum Mills is by straight swap for Gray. Now, we know Gray's injured and he's not going to be coming back, I don't believe, until near the end of the season. So probably not worth holding him unless some new news comes out that it's not going to be that long. But I believe it's going to be towards the end of the season as far as I've heard. So let's say we bring in Mills. So there's our back line, and our back line is sorted. So we could just not trade then this week, because I don't think there are any rookies on the bubble. Now, yes, we all going to want Tom McCarthy from the Eagles. What a game he had is his first game. Came out and smashed a 133. But he is on the bye this week. But we're all going to want him. So if you're getting him, I could get him to replace a player that's not playing, and then it wouldn't make a difference, right? It wouldn't make a difference if I did that. So 133. Unbelievable performance for coming out straight away. Played in the back line, even took some kickouts. Looks kind of good. I was a bit worried about him coming to the team, whether he might be the sub. But since he got the highest possessions, not only for this game, which is 31, I believe he had, but also the highest possessions out of any player who's played for the Eagles this year. So they said on the telecast. So a bit sad that the new player comes in who's never played with the team before and gets more possessions than anyone who's played for the whole season. But, you know, kind of shows where the Eagles are, right? So we could potentially go down to him and try and get Ashcroft up, because Ashcroft dropped about 20k. And if he gets 60 again, he's going to drop another 20k. So I was looking a little bit before. From the money I've got here, I can't really afford anybody. So if I go like this trade, and there's only several players I want. I either want the Horny Man, Jason Horne-Francis, Jack McRae, or Darcy from the Western Bulldogs. So they're the only three that I'm really thinking about. And none of them are within my price range. Unfortunately, not one of them is. Had some big scores in the forward line this year. Darcy's 461, so we can't get him. I know that the Horny Man, where are you, the Horny Man, is at 490. Potentially will go down some money. But I look at it this way. Say I want the Horny Man. He's at 131. Even if he comes out and gets 100 next week, he'll go down around 15k, where Levi Ashcroft can lose me 20k. So if I was to jump on Horny Man this week for Levi Ashcroft, well, I need to get Levi Ashcroft gone next week because he's from Brisbane and the round 16 buys are going to hurt me a little bit. Yeah, so if he comes out and gets 100, he'll go down 12k. So it's not that much really, where I could potentially lose more than that. So what the question is, who do we get rid of for Tom McCarthy? If we set up the team like it's going to be at the end of the season, maybe not, hopefully not the end of the season, but this is going to be, so that's going to be our back line complete. Dale, Whitfield, Wanganeen, Malera, Roberts, Mills, Sinclair, Brayshaw, Bont, Rao, Dacos, Sheasel, Cadwell, Doherty, Sherry, Gawn, Smith, Petrarca, Warner, Daniel, Rankinine, and a Primo here. And Kako, we don't want Kako on the field. We'll have Johnson on the field, thank you very much. Now, do we go Kako for the most money, or do we go a non-playing player? Like, say we traded out Cooper Simpson. We swung Gross forward, hoping by some miracle that Gross might get a game. It's probably not going to happen. Get in McCarthy. Just go who scored the highest points out of all the Toms. He's the king of the Toms this week. That's who's the king of the Toms. Confirm. 128. Now can I afford, on that performance, let's just say the Horny one, just short, so I can't do it for him. So I can't do that. It would have to be either Kako or Gross. That would have to go. We make the most money with Kako. Gross just doesn't seem, I don't know if Gross is going to get another chance though. So let's say instead of Simpson, we do Gross. At least then with Kako, we've got a playing player on the field until round 16, but it doesn't really matter. And then we move someone forward. We've already got McCarthy, so Horn Francis, then we can afford Horn Francis. All right, so we would have 5 trades left. So then we pretty much have to sit on this team for at least a few rounds. We can't really trade at all, and we would have, 19k in the bank. So that means if we were going to go up one more player, if we tried to get up, we would have to pretty much go 2 down and 1 up, probably to make enough money. If someone like Clark and Johnson makes some money and McCarthy makes some money. I mean, if I'm lucky, I might even be able to play McCarthy on the field, have him like in the flex. Do something if he's going to be a good scorer like that once the team starts. Potentially sell like Johnson and Clark or Carroll for a cheaper player. Sell 2 and get 1, and then at the end of the season I would have 1. That would be 1 extra player, which I would have in either here or here, and have one of these guys on the bench. So, but the team would look something like that for the next few weeks. Am I happy with this team? No, not really. We've just wasted way too much money and way too many trades, and it's not a great place to be. Have 5 trades with this many games left in the season is not good. It would only take a couple of injuries to hurt me, but considering I want to win my leagues and I want to move up in ranks, I think I've got to try. I've got to try and get through. I think this is the way to do it. So I think this is what I'm going to do this week, crew. I think I'm going to go early on McCarthy, get Horn Francis in. That's going to be my forward line. One of these, whoever the best rookie I have is going to be on the flex position. Midfield, that's fine. I mean, maybe if Tom McCarthy comes out and becomes a keeper, maybe he gets 80 every week, maybe we can upgrade Doherty to a Butters or someone in the future. Maybe Roberts, can be upgraded. So I will have options, but it's all going to depend. I would love it. Maybe Tom McCarthy can be a keeper, but I'm not going to expect that 100 plus every week. But if he's doing kick-ins and playing in the back line for the Eagles, and he looked pretty clean, he was at 100% efficiency until half-time-ish, so it looks pretty good. What am I predicted to get? 2,030. Oh, yeah, that's because of the buys. So we've got 2 more buys to get through. Let's set up the team. How are we going to go for the buys? Round 15 buy. We've got Gorn out. Can't do anything about that. McCarthy's going to be out, so we're just going to chuck... Well, actually, Johnson, you can play. Kako can come in and play for, like, rank. Sims, you can come on for Petrarca. Hopefully you don't get dropped. And that's what my... yep, and then use 2 guys on the bench. Get a loop... Don't even get a loophole action, actually. No, yeah, maybe I can get loophole. No, my whole midfield's playing, so I don't think I can get a loophole action going at all. Nope. No, because we'd have to play him on the field. So I guess that's what the team's going to look like this round. Predicted to get 2,030, like I have been every buy, and not hit 2,000 once. Predicted to get more than 2,000 every single buy we play. We've been very unlucky. Not only have we lost our league every buy, the players we've had on those buys just haven't been performing. This week was probably one of the best week, score-wise and performance-wise, by our primos on the buy. We were just very unfortunate that our league opponent had a lot more players playing this round. It seems to be the way. If I had played him in any other round, we would have won, which I could probably say that about all my except for maybe the first match of the buys. If I had played any other team on that round, I would have been in my league. I would have beaten them, but I just happened to play the team that had hardly anyone out in that round and beat me. So sad state of affairs for Shauno's team. As for captain, vice captain, well, Gorn's not playing, so we can't do him. So, and I know Freo play early, so I'm thinking maybe I go Brayshaw into Sherry. Now, I'd like to go Sherry into somebody else, but I just don't really have... Oh, sorry about that. I just really don't have any other options. Like, I could... Really risky would be like a Sherry into a Whitfield, but that I feel, or a Sherry into Dale. I mean, they're the only 2 which I could potentially do. I'm not going to risk Sherry into Dacos. Probably wouldn't risk Sherry into anyone from Sydney, or even I wouldn't risk it into the Horny Man. So I think maybe Sinclair. So probably Sinclair, Dale, or Whitfield. I could go Sherry into one of those 3. Do I trust any of those guys? Not really. You know, Brayshaw plays Essendon at home, so maybe he just gets a 150 plus, and I jump on him. I think we'll do it this way. I think we might have a hard decision to make if Brayshaw gets another 130, whether we keep it or not. We'll have to keep it, and then Sherry could easily smack out a 150. But you know, I think that's probably going to be the safest pick for me. Well, I guess that's probably the video for today, everyone. Don't forget about trying to get up to those 300 subscribers. So subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below. And keep an eye out for my trade video where we'll go through the best trades, best downgrades, best upgrades for the community, and the captain and vice captain choices for everyone, not just for my team. That will probably come out tomorrow or the next day. So keep an eye out for that, and maybe join me for the live videos later on in the week. And until then, I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take it away, Skip.